Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 863rd Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Just to say, the last battle I put on was 16 years old, okay? But this battle was only fought 6 days ago. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix the old battles with the new battles on our channel, and I hope that adds even more interest for all of you watching our battles. Okay, so as I say, this battle was only fought 6 days ago. The other one I put on was fought 16 years ago. Now what I wanted to do here was show you one of our new battle maps here. Okay, so here you can see you've got the big open plains if you want to fight out in the open. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then you've got the woods. We've got woods on this map as well, so you can bring barbarian troops for the woods bonus, or of course you can hide units from any faction in the woods and spring those nasty ambushes. Okay, so as I say, you've got big open plains there for you to fight in there. But what we usually find is that both teams seem to like fighting around this rock. Okay, this rock here seems to be like, as I say, you can see it's basically the center of the battlefield there, and that's where you'll see that most teams will fight around that rock rather than go out onto the wide open plains and things like that. As I say, if you bring barbarian troops, look, you can get the woods bonus there if you want to fight in the woods, or of course, as I say, you can hide units from any faction in the woods and spring those nasty ambushes there. So it's a pretty good map, and we got you know, after playing on the same battle maps for nearly 20 years, you know, I got a bit bored of playing on those same maps, so I got hold of this map pack. And what I do now is I tend to host on lots of different maps, and the feedback that I get from the players is really good. I think they enjoy playing on the on these new maps. As I say, the old battle maps are you know, nearly 20 years old now, and I think they've got a little bit stale. So it's nice to play on the on these new maps in this map pack. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Punisher. Now Punisher has got the old school, okay, bog standard 31k Roman army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 14 infantry and 6 cavalry for Punisher. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Spark. Now Spark has got 12 Spartans and 8 Cretan archers. Okay, that's kind of a standard Greek city army there, so it'll be interesting to see how he uses that. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Skema. Now Skema has got 3 archers, 12 infantry and 5 cavalry. Okay, 3 archers, 12 infantry and 5 cavalry. And if I remember correctly, he's got mixed upgrades on his infantry. Most of his infantry have got an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Remember that experience stripe, very, very important. And there are other of his units have just got gold shield, gold attack. I'm thinking the gold shield, gold attack units are probably just his Pilas shield units there. He's keeping his other troops with the experience stripe on back in the battle formation, and his cavalry there, just gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So that's a pretty good army there, quite a balanced, good balanced army there, I think. If you notice here, can you see that he's got an eagle unit? Okay, remember that's an extra morale boosting unit there for his infantry. Plus he's got those experience stripes on his infantry. Plus, of course, he's got his infantry general. So he's got a heck of a lot of morale bonus going on in that army. That's a pretty good army there. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. Now I've got 12 infantry, 2 archers and 6 cavalry. This is a very old army. A lot of you that play in battles with me will know I very rarely bring archers. But there you are, I've bought 2 archers in this very, very old army here. And let's have a look at the upgrades on the cavalry there. And then you've got 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on the cavalry. So say very old Roman army of mine there. So there's our team. This should be a cracker for you to watch. Hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have someone who's called himself Salty Cracker, but is in fact Brotherhood member Cormac. Now he's got a very unusual army because, get ready for this, he's got 20 infantry units. Okay, now 20 infantry units, urban cohort units, equates to 1,640 men. So he's got 1,640 men in his army. Okay, and just to say, I know a lot of you are interested in statistics. Well, with 1,640 men, his men can throw, get ready for this, 4,920 Pilas before they even get into combat. Okay, so his 1,640 men can throw 4,920 armor-piercing Pilas before they even get into combat. So there you go, that is some kind of firepower he's bringing to the battlefield. Okay, he's got no cavalry, okay, but with the firepower of 20 urban cohort units he's bringing to the battlefield, do you think that would make up for having no cavalry? Be interesting to see. Okay, their next teammate is someone who's calling himself Orcs 1113, but I believe is someone called Markus Aurelius. It's a bit confusing to me why he uses two names there. But he's got 5 archers, 9 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 5 archers, 9 infantry and 6 cavalry there. And if you have a quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, oh my gosh, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So he's got some serious cavalry there. Okay, as I say there, you can see they're butted up against the rock there. Their next teammate is a Brotherhood member, Lando. Now, Lando's got 6 archers, 9 infantry, and 5 cavalry. Once again, a small amount of infantry, 9 infantry. But you have a look at the upgrades on his archers, if I remember correctly. There you go. Oh my gosh, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his archers. That makes these already elite archers kind of like super archers there. I should imagine he's going to get some good kills with those. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he's got 7 upgrades on his cavalry and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So that's a pretty interesting army there, but only 9 infantry. Is that enough for the modern day battlefield? Well, we just have to wait and see. And our last teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu. Now Mantu's got 10 pikes, 4 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 10 pikes, 4 archers, 6 cavalry. I'm thinking good upgrades on his pikes. There you go. 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Apparently that is the optimum upgrades to put on Macedonian royal pikemen. 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. That is the optimum upgrades there. And if you look at the length of those Macedonian pikes, our troops have got to try and fight down those pikes to kill the man on the other end. And that's a pretty tall order for Roman troops. Quick look at the upgrades on his companion cavalry here. You see he just got gold shield, gold attack. But remember, we also call this companion cavalry the winged horsemen, because you see the wings on their helmets there. And remember, these guys have got a massive 9 charge bonus. Ordinary Praetorian Roman cavalry have got a 6 charge bonus. These guys have got a 9 charge bonus. Remember, the charge bonus is the impact and penetration that a unit can do. So these guys, as I say, 9 charge bonus for them. So they're pretty good. And that is Mantu's Macedonian army there. Of course, most of its cavalry are hiding in the woods. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd have a look at Brotherhood member Spark's Greek cities battle formation there. Can you see how he's divided his Spartans into like 3 mini armies there? I noticed this is like the newer, a kind of different way of using the Spartans. You know, like the old school, old-fashioned Spartan formation is a close, tight, packed battle formation. We're using them like this. It's kind of like the newer, different way of using Spartans. And it'll be interesting to see how well he does with this battle formation during the course of the battle. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle here, we've literally just pressed start. You'll see that Skema is moving his army forward there. I think that Orcs 1113's archers are shooting into Skema's infantry as they're moving forward there, but you can see Skema there moving into the trees there, moving towards the rock. As I say, on this map, it seems that both teams seem to kind of fight the battle around the rock there, and you'll see that Skema is moving his army forward towards the rock. You'll see that Skema's archers and Orcs 113 archers there are having a tussle with each other. As you can see there. But as I say, Skema move forward there towards the rock because that's where we usually move to. Right here you can see Salty Cracker or Brotherhood member Cormac there moving his 20 infantry units forward there, those red Julii units. Remember, 1,640 men, and they can throw 4,920 Pilas before they even get into combat there. You'll see here that I'm running my army forward there, all the way over from the left flank, trying to get over there to support Skema. And you'll see that Brotherhood member Spark is bringing his Spartans forward as well to move over to help Skema there. As I say, at the moment there, you'll see Skema facing basically two armies. Orcs 1113 and Cormac's Julii army there. So we need to get reinforcements over to him pretty quick. Now over here, over on our right flank there, you'll see that I believe Lando's SBQR army, he's moving his army over to the other flank, and it wouldn't surprise me if Mantu moved his Macedonians onto the other flank as well. And then you'll see Punisher's green Brutii army on our team moving forward as well. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. Now what I was thinking was, if Lando and Mantu abandon this flank here and move over to the other flank, I'm just wondering whether Punisher here with his green Brutii army would think about possibly going round the flank here, round the rock, and getting in behind the enemy troops. That might be something that Punisher might well think of a little bit later on. We'll just have to wait and see. But at the moment here, you'll see that there's a lot of pilot exchanges going on there between Cormac's red Julii army there with his 20 infantry units against Skema's blue Scipii army there. Now you'll see here, can you see that Cormac's trying to take the higher ground there? Can you see close to that rock, you'll see the ground rises, and you can see that that is exactly what Cormac's doing. He's taking his red Julii troops there on the higher ground. Remember, if he gets on the higher ground, he gets the high ground advantage. His pilots will go further and do more damage, and he'll be fighting kind of downhill as well if we engage him. So there you are, you can see there Cormac forming up on the slighter higher ground there by the rock. You can see there Skema throwing a lot of pilas. Oh no, sorry, that's my army there. My army will be throwing a lot of pilas into that Julii force. And also you can see that Spark is moving his Spartans forward as well there to engage Cormac's infantry. Okay, so there you can see that both Skema, myself, and Spark there have got reinforcements there now to help Skema. But you can see that the enemy troops have moved all over to this flank. So we're facing four armies here. Right there, can you see Skema charging his cavalry in? He's going in there like, bang! As he smashes in to Cormac's red Julii infantry there. That was a nice aggressive cavalry charge there by Skema. I'm guessing that Spark saw that coming in and lifted his Spartan spears there before the cavalry hit. So that's a nice aggressive cavalry charge there by Skema straight into Cormac's infantry there. But as I say, remember Cormac, or Salty Cracker as he's called here, has got 20 urban cohort units there with a heck of a lot of firepower that he's brought to the battlefield there. But that was a nice aggressive cavalry charge there by Skema. Probably noticing that Cormac had no cavalry there, so thought he'd just charge his cavalry in there. Okay, if you notice here, can you see my cavalry are hiding there? If you notice, if you read the writing there, you'll see there you are, hiding, happy to be hidden. Can you see that? So my cavalry are hiding in the woods there. Now, I'm hoping that the enemy will forget that my cavalry are hiding there, and if they bring cavalry round there, then maybe I could ambush them there, possibly, if they forget that my cavalry are hiding in the woods, if you see what I mean. So that's why I'm hiding them in the woods. And also Mantu's Macedonian cavalry, that he's actually hiding in the woods there. If he brings them out, you know, to try and get in behind us there, he may well try and bring his cavalry, as I say, to get in behind us there. And if he gets a bit too close to my hidden cavalry, then I'll ambush him and charge out from the woods and maybe take his cavalry as well. So that's why I'm keeping my cavalry hiding in the woods at the moment there, ready to spring an ambush if I can on enemy cavalry. But as you can see here, this is where the real grinding down part of the battle is going on. You'll see that Lando has brought his infantry trying to get around the flank possibly of Skema. Here you can see his old school old-fashioned armoured Roman cavalry general there, using it very well there. Fast moving, got good upgrades on, got 2 hit points And just to say that up to about what maybe 16 years ago, we all used to bring this as our cavalry general before most of us changed to an urban cohort general there. So this is definitely old school, old fashioned there, but it can still be very effective on the modern day battlefield. And Lando is very, very good with this Roman armored cavalry general. Harassing, haranguing, disrupting, annoying enemy generals there, making them make rash moves maybe, and then he can take advantage of that. So nice to see old school armored cavalry general on the 2024 RTW battlefield. Here you'll see Spartans there really attacking the Julii infantry of Cormac's. Okay, and as I say, I've got my infantry right behind. Right, okay, so over here on our right flank, you'll see that Punisher has noticed that the enemy troops have moved away from this flank and have moved onto the other flank there. So you can see Punisher there. Good tactical move, good tactical thinking there. Thinking about getting in behind the enemy team. So a good tactical thought there, I think, by Punisher. As you know, all the enemy teams are over here on our left flank. Okay, here you can see, as I say, unfortunately there you'll see that Skema charged his cavalry in again, and 3 of his cavalry units have actually been routed there. Hopefully they'll rally, and you can see the dead cavalry there as they charged into the enemy troops. But make no mistake, they'd probably cause the enemy a lot of casualties as well. You know, with the impact and penetration of that cavalry. But as I say, unfortunately he's lost 3 of his cavalry units there. But as I say, they may well rally, and you can see the Spartans of Spark really making inroads into those Julii infantry of Cormac's there. So that's good news. But as I say, over here you can see Lando's really moved around the flank of Skema. Wouldn't surprise me if Skema moved his army back and round to face the threat of Lando there. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. There you are. You can see him there moving his army back. He doesn't want to show the weak part of his army, the flank, to Lando's infantry, so he's moved his army back. Now, can you notice here that Orcs 1113, or Markus Aurelius, there has moved his infantry forward? Okay, did you notice that? He's moved his infantry forward there. And this could be part of a tactical move, because Lando, he could either move in and attack the flank once again of Skema there, but you've got the Greek cities army protecting him as well, some units there, and as I say, a lot of Spartan units are attacking Cormac's Julii units there. Okay, so going back to Punisher's tactical move here of getting in behind the enemy team. Okay, so he knows that the flank and the rear of enemy troops are the weakest part of any unit on Rome Total War, so that's why he's got in behind them there. But if you look, can you see any potential danger there for getting in behind the enemy team? Okay, newer players to Rome Total War, if you look at this, can you see any potential danger there for Punisher getting in behind the enemy team? If you look at the general disposition of the battlefield there, if you look at the enemy troops there, can you see any potential danger? Okay, because obviously what Punisher would like to do is get close to those Macedonians and throw loads of Pilas into those 121-man Macedonian units. Now look, we can't get through to support Punisher. Can you see, if you look at the enemy forces in between us and Punisher, there's no way that we can get through to support Punisher. So if he gets caught by enemy troops there, there's no way that we can reinforce him. Okay, now what I've noticed here is, see, Lando's troops are not engaged. Okay, so those 9 infantry units of Lando's are not engaged. So they are, you could basically call them spare troops there, that Lando could take back to the rear of his team's battle formations there to maybe engage Lando. And look at all the cavalry there as well. You've got Orcs 113s plus Lando's cavalry there. Plus, if Lando takes that infantry over there as well, Punisher could possibly be in a dangerous position there. Okay, but what I would suggest here is the tactical move here is good, but what I would do is bring my army over here a long way from the enemy troops, not just leave them there, but move them a lot. So what I'm doing there is making the enemy keep an eye on me all the time. They're always looking over their shoulder to see what I'm doing. But if the enemy start moving towards me, a large force towards me, okay, I can always back off. You see what I mean? If they start sending a large force towards my troops there, I'll back off. There, let's see. I'll just keep moving back. And if I keep moving back, then I could draw enemy troops away from the main battle and maybe allow my allies to attack. Okay? So that's what I'm thinking there, is just keep moving around, harassing, haranguing, keeping the enemy looking at you all the time, over their shoulder. Keep looking over their shoulder at you, being a nuisance rather than maybe attack. Because if you look at the number of enemy troops there, if he attacks, he could be absolutely swamped by enemy numbers, and we can't get to him. Okay, we can't support him, because just look at the enemy troops between us and him. So there's no way that we can support Punisher. And it wouldn't surprise me if Mantu moved his pikes out the way. There you are. You can see Mantu, he doesn't want to be to suffer loads of casualties from Punisher's Pilas there. So if you notice there, he's moving his Macedonian units forward away from Punisher there. Okay, now as I say, just pause the game for a second here. As I say, Lando's troops here are kind of like, they're not engaged, they're kind of like spare infantry. And it wouldn't surprise me if Orcs 1113 moved his army forward to then make those troops of Lando even more kind of spare, if you see what I mean, and all that cavalry there as well. So Punisher needs to be battlefield aware and keep an eye on what's actually going on with the enemy team there as he's moving his infantry around. Make no mistake, the enemy team have seen him coming around behind, so they're probably talking to each other as a team now, talking about what tactics they're going to do to try and counter Punisher's moves there. Right, there you are. There you go, just exactly what I said there. Can you see the Orcs 1113 is moving his infantry forward there, okay, to kind of take up the position that Lando's infantry was in there. Okay, very aggressive move there by that player. Okay, so he's moved it, so there you are. So now Lando's 9 infantry are really spare infantry that could be brought over there to counter Punisher. And then of course you've got all the cavalry there as well that can be moved over there. And just like to show you over here, you'll see that Mantu has brought his companion cavalry out of the woods. He had them hiding in the woods. He's brought them out of the woods now. And what I'm hoping is that he's forgotten that I've got cavalry hiding in the woods here. Okay, and what I'd like to see is his cavalry coming over here, and then I'm going to ambush him from the trees. That's what I'd like to do. If he gets his cavalry close enough to my hidden cavalry there, as I say, I'd like to ambush those Macedonian cavalry. So that's what I'm looking to do. But meanwhile over here, as I say, Punisher needs to be very battlefield aware of what the enemy are doing, what they're looking to do here as he moves closer. As I say, I'd keep my infantry away from the enemy troops there, but just to keep them watching me all the time. To, try and annoy them. Here you'll see, pause the game here, you'll see that Lando has taken his really well upgraded archers. Remember, he's got 8 upgrades on those archers. Those are very serious elite archers there. And make no mistake, he'll be looking to target Punisher's infantry. As I say, you've got a lot of enemy cavalry there. Okay. And as I say, Lando's infantry is now kind of spare. Can you see Lando starting to move his infantry over here towards Punisher? Okay, so there you are. You can see Lando's infantry moving over towards Punisher's green Brutii army. Now at this stage, Punisher might feel that he's quite safe there. Maybe he's feeling he's safe there, but the moment I see this cavalry coming out to the flank here, there you are. You can see Lando's infantry moving over towards him, and you can see the cavalry of Lando moving out round to the flank. You're going to get those archers. They're still moving at the moment, still getting in a better position, and then they're going to start shooting arrows into the flank of Punisher there. So it might be a good idea now for him to move his army back. Look at all that cavalry there ready to charge in as well. Okay, so there's a lot of cavalry and Lando's infantry. As I say here, you can see Spark trying to make inroads with his Spartans there, attacking the Julii infantry there with his Spartans. and I've got my infantry there, but there's no way that we can get through to help Punisher. Okay, there's just no way we can do that. So there you are, you can see all of Lando's infantry is now moving towards Punisher. You've got the cavalry, Lando's cavalry there, moving out to his flank, and of course there you are, you can see they are Lando's cavalry moving out to the flank there. Those archers will be starting to shoot into his flank. The cavalry are going to move out to his flank, and then you've got Lando's infantry there, probably going to attack his front there. So it wouldn't surprise me if Lando's infantry held and pinned the forward units of Punisher while the cavalry attack in the flank. We just have to watch out and see what happens there. Meanwhile, at the rear here, there's Mantu's cavalry that he had hiding in the woods. Can you see how he's now moving forward there, probably looking to take our archers out? But you'll see that I've seen what's happening there, and I'm now coming out the woods. Okay, I'm now coming out the woods here. You'll see that Punisher is charging with his cavalry, and here comes my cavalry that I had hiding in the woods, and bang, as they smash into that Macedonian companion cavalry there. So I'm quite pleased with that. That's good. And there you can see Skema bringing his battle damaged cavalry over as well there. And you can see that Spark has got some of his Spartans in there as well. So I think we as a team did really well there against those Macedonian cavalry there. And you can see that Macedonian cavalry is basically going to be routed there. Okay, but the main problem for us at the moment is Punisher's army there. Okay, you can see him move. He's actually moving forward now. And this cavalry here of Lando's locked and loaded. Okay, ready to charge into his flank. This really elite, well upgraded archer units here are shooting loads of arrows into his flank as well. Okay, and then Lando's got his infantry there as well, and all this cavalry of Orcs 1113 ready to charge in as well. So Punisher, I think, is in a bit of a delicate position there. As I say, we can't get through to support him. Too many enemy troops between him and us, so we can't support him here, and it looks like the enemy are locked and loaded, ready to attack. You can see, as I say, the SBQR generals attacking us very aggressively there, and you can see poor old Punisher here, I think, is going to get hit quite hard. There you are, you can see Punisher charging forward there, being very, very aggressive. But look at this cavalry coming in, and this infantry. There's that cavalry of Lando's going to smash into his flank, or rear even, look. Going to smash into the rear of those units, and bang, as he smashes in there. Oh my gosh. Just look at the impact and penetration there. And now you've got Orcs 1113 charging his cavalry in as well, look. And you've got Lando's infantry in there. Oh my gosh. I think Punisher's in danger of losing all his infantry there. Pause the game for a second here so you can see that the Macedonian general, Mantu, has turned his pikes there to be the anvil. Okay, so this is going to be a hammer and anvil attack. The pikes are going to be the anvil there. Okay, and I got a feeling the cavalry of Lando are going to be the hammer. This is going to be a hammer and anvil attack. And the SBQR cavalry are going to be the hammer there. You can see that Punisher's generals already been routed, and there you are, you'll see the cavalry charging in there now. There you are, hammer and anvil attack. Macedonia's been the anvil, the cavalry being the hammer, and bang, smashes in there. Okay, so this is now a 3v4. As you can see, all Punisher's infantry's been taken out. He's still got, luckily he's still got his cavalry, but you can see that his infantry has now been taken out. So this is basically now a 3v4. The enemy have got 4 armies against our 3. As I say, Punisher's still got his cavalry, so that's good. But all those SBQR troops are now freed up to now attack what's left of our team there. Okay, just look at all those victorious SBQR troops there are now ready to be redeployed and attack Skema, Spark and myself. Okay, so that is a bit unfortunate for us there. You see one of Punisher's cavalry units there. Might be a good idea to move that cavalry unit away there from that particular part of the battlefield there. So, as I say, big victory there for the enemy team in that particular part of the battlefield. You got all those Macedonian pikes ready to move in as well. Right, can you see I'm charging my cavalry? Can you see my Scipii, blue Scipii cavalry in? I'm going to smash into that engaged SBQR infantry and bang! But I'm not going to push through with the majority of my cavalry. Can you see why I'm not going to push through? And that's because those Macedonian pikes with their anti-cavalry bonuses moving towards me. So there's no way I'm going to push my cavalry on through there. I'm going to back my cavalry off because obviously I don't want to run into anti-cavalry pikes. Okay, so I've hit that. I would have caused a lot of casualties to the enemy SBQR infantry, but I'm now going to pull my cavalry back out the way. As I say, I don't want to get close to those anti-cavalry Macedonian pikes. Okay, so you can see me moving my cavalry back. But as I say, those victorious SBQR troops who just took out Punisher's infantry are ready to be redeployed, and it wouldn't surprise me if they come around the flank of Skema. So there you are, you can see the enemy really pushing in on us now. Now you can see Spartans there doing a really good job at repelling the enemy attack there. So really well done to Spark there with his Spartans there, really kind of blunting the tip of the enemy attack there on my infantry. But as I say, you can see the SBQR infantry and cavalry are being redeployed around the flank of Skema there. If you notice there, you'll see him moving around the flank there, and you can see once again Spartan's got some of his Spartans over there defending the flank there. But as I say, Spark's done really well with his Spartans. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets some good kills with his Spartans there. He's been very aggressive with them. Remember, Rome Total War rewards aggression with good kills there. Okay, so here I can see the enemy cavalry coming round there. A lot of enemy cavalry that would like to get in behind us. So what I'm going to do is keep my cavalry there, ready to counter any potential cavalry attack coming in there. Okay, my cavalry is not as well as upgraded as Orcs 1113's cavalry, but I'm just thinking that if I keep my cavalry close enough to the infantry, we can move infantry out to support if the cavalry comes round the flank. Okay, as we said there, the SBQR infantry has redeployed, and as we said, it's come around the flank of Skema there. Nice tactical move there by the enemy team. And as I say, there's a cavalry charge going in there like a bang. Nice interception there by Spark. You see, he moved that Spartan unit forward just at the right time. Look how many enemy cavalry that one unit took out there as that SBQR cavalry charged in. Nice bit of cover there by Spark there with his Spartans. As I say, to be a good pike or a spear general, you need fast reactions, and that was really good there by Spark. Right, as you can see, the enemy are attacking my units. Right, so what I've decided to, I've looked at the enemy in front of my infantry here, including looking at the Macedonian general that I'd like to take out. And what I've decided I'm going to do an old school, old-fashioned surge attack. Now, those of you that watch our battle videos regularly will have seen my surge attacks before, and that means that I'm going to go flat out with my infantry into the enemy team. It's going to be an all-out surge attack here. I've got Sparks there. If you look at Sparks, he's got a couple of very, very battle-damaged Spartan units in front of me there. What's that unit got? 12 men in. Oh my gosh, that unit's only got 2 men in there. Okay, and that unit I think it's got 73 men in, so that's pretty good. But what I've decided here, I've looked at the enemy troops in front of me, and I've decided I'm going to surge attack there. Now, those of you that watch our battle videos regularly would know when I do a surge attack with my infantry, I usually ram home that attack with cavalry. Okay, so it's usually an infantry and cavalry attack, but I can't do that this time because my cavalry are watching enemy cavalry that I know are hiding in the woods, and I know that they're waiting for me to move my cavalry, and then their cavalry is going to come in behind us. So I can't help my infantry with my cavalry at this stage of the battle. So all I'm going to rely on is the weight and sheer aggressive surge attack of my infantry to try and break through. Now, I know here that Skema's got his cavalry locked and loaded. He's played in teams, you know, we've been in teams a lot together. He'll know to charge his cavalry through with my infantry. Hopefully Punisher may well charge his cavalry through as well. And there's a chance we could smash a hole through the enemy battle line here Right, can you see my infantry starting to walk forward, and now I'm going to run forward with a surge attack. There you are. Can you see my troops are now surging forward? My blue Scipio troops are now surging forward there in this massive surge attack. I'd love to take out the Macedonian general there, take the morale bonus away from the enemy team there, but you can see my infantry really pushing forward there. And there you are, you can see Skema's cavalry going to ram home my attack there. Bang! As that cavalry charges in, right, we've taken out the Macedonian general. That's good news. Now look how my infantry, backed up by that cavalry of Skema, are starting to break through that enemy line. Can you see how my infantry are really surging forward with the help of Skema's cavalry there? And you can see Spartans moving forward as well. We're really trying to punch a hole through the battle line here with a massive surge attack of my infantry, cavalry backup from Skema, and the Spartans of Spark moving forward as well, trying to punch a hole through the battle line there. As I say, normally I'd use my cavalry to ram home the attack with my infantry there, okay, but I'm hoping that Punisher might get his cavalry together in a group and charge through there with my infantry there to try and help smash a hole through the enemy battle line there. Imagine if he grouped all his cavalry and then charged through my infantry there, we would just smash a massive hole through that enemy battle line there. You can see we're doing quite good anyway there. Can you see a lot of enemy troops are starting to rout as the surge attack is really starting to tell, and I'm surging forward all the time, pressing attack all the time there. Okay, I'm not backing off at all. It's a surging attack there all the time. And wouldn't surprise me if Skema brought his cavalry back, locked and loaded them, and charged them in it again. Pause the game for a second here. Okay, so as I say, I'm itching to send my cavalry to assist my infantry there, so we could smash a hole through the enemy battle line there with no problem at all, I think, with my cavalry. If you can imagine my cavalry smashing through with my infantry there, we would smash a massive hole through that battle line. But I know if I do that, the enemy cavalry hiding in the woods there is just waiting for me to move my cavalry, and then they will move in behind our troops there, and all that cavalry probably will come in behind us. So I can't use my cavalry at the moment, but as I say, I hope Punisher here sees what's happening and smashes his cavalry through my infantry into the enemy troops there. Actually, I mean, I think we're doing really well here. Look at the enemy troops that we've routed already with this infantry surge attack there. Just look how my infantry's really pressing. See how I'm pressing attack, surging forward all the time there, trying to break through the enemy lines. There you are. You can see that Lando's having to bring reinforcements over to try and prop up this part of the battlefield. I just hope that Punisher sees what's happening there and charges his cavalry in there. We've got a chance here of smashing the enemy battle line there. You can see, as I say, with just my infantry. There comes Skema's cavalry, his battle damaged cavalry charging in there. Look, and bang, as he smashes in there, ramming home the attack with his battle damaged cavalry there. We'd like to take out that Julii general if we could. You can see Spark running his Spartans forward as well there. Oh my gosh. We've got a chance of breaking the battle line. Oh no, here comes Lando's cavalry, going to smash into my advancing infantry there. But you can see Punisher charging his cavalry in. Right, there's Lando's cavalry going in, look, a bang! And now you can see Punisher's green Brutii cavalry coming in, and bang, as that smashes in. Nice counter-attack there by Punisher. Just let Lando's cavalry hit my infantry, and then he counter-attacked with his cavalry there. Oh my gosh, we've managed to smash a hole through the enemy battle line there now. That was a great combination there of teamwork. Really, really great teamwork there to smash that enemy battle line there. So well done to my teammates. As I say, you can see that Cormac's general's been taken out as well. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, all of the 20 units of Cormac has been taken out. Right, now what I'm going to do here, I want to try and draw out the enemy cavalry. So I'm going to pretend to charge my cavalry into the battle line there. I know there that the enemy cavalry are hiding in the woods, and they've been waiting for me to move my cavalry. So what I'm going to do is pretend to charge my cavalry into the attack there, but it's only to draw the enemy cavalry out from the woods. You'll see what I mean by this. This is a tactical cavalry move. See, I'm moving away, and straight away, did you see the enemy cavalry in the woods now? have started to move out. They saw me move my cavalry away, expecting to charge my cavalry into the main battle there, but I just moved my cavalry out, pretended to charge in, and now have rallied my cavalry to meet the threat of that SBQR cavalry there. I thought that was a pretty good tactical move to show you there, that and it worked as well. I drew the enemy cavalry out from the woods, and I'm now going to attack them. But over here you'll see, on the, if you look on the main battlefront here, our troops have done extremely well. You can see Sparks infantry is now pushed through. You can see Punisher's cavalry now chasing down the routers, not letting them rally there. And you can see that the Macedonian pikemen, there's still a lot of them, and I think there's still quite a bit of Lando's infantry left there as well. So we still got to try and take them out there. But as I say, all of Cormac's 20 infantry army has been taken out, so that's a good news for us. As I say, you've got the Macedonian pikes. Now, I don't know how many Pilas we've got left to throw into the pikes. There you are, you can see my cavalry now locked and loaded, ready to engage the SBQR cavalry. I think if I remember right, Orcs 1113's cavalry has got better upgrades than mine, but at this stage of the battle I might outnumber him with my cavalry, so I'll try and take him on there. But here you can see, I think Lando's got a few infantry units left. He's still got, I think, all of his elite archers left there. But here you can see Mantu's Macedonian pikes there. You know, he doesn't really know which way to face, really, because he's got Greek cities in behind him, and he's got our Scythian armies, combined Scythian armies, coming out in front of him there. Okay, so over here, I thought this was an interesting move you might like to see. I think what's happened here, the enemy SBQR infantry have engaged our Greek cities ally with a view to smash cavalry into the back, hammer and anvil attack of our Greek cities ally. Can you see that? That's what I think they were thinking about doing. But of course, you can see that I've got my cavalry there ready to counter any cavalry attack that attempts to charge into the rear of my allies there. Plus you can see another Spartan unit being brought up to counter any cavalry attack as well there. So very aggressive there by Lando. But as I say, the Macedonian pikes here, I don't know, as I say, how many Pilas that Skema and myself have got left to throw into those Macedonian pikes, but you can see there's only 3 of those Macedonian pike units left now. And there you are. You can see Punisher using his cavalry really well around the battlefield, attacking enemy units. I think Lando's just admitted defeat. Right there you are, you can see I'm charging my cavalry into that really well upgraded cavalry of Orcs 1113 there. You can see, if you look closer, you'll see we both auto-attacked, so we're using our heavy swords instead of the light lances there. And you'll see there, can you see we're both auto-attacked. As I say, he's got better upgrades than me, plus he's got his general there as well, giving morale bonus to his cavalrymen, where my general is over with my infantry there. So that's a bit of a battle going on there between our cavalry, and as I say, with his general there giving morale bonus to his cavalry, plus the good upgrades he's got, he could well beat my cavalry. But if I could just hold him up long enough for reinforcements to come in there, then that would be great. And here you can see Punisher bringing some of his cavalry units in there, going to smash into that, through my cavalry into the SBQR cavalry, and bang! As it smashes in there. Nice support there by Punisher, plus there's a couple of Spartan units about to charge in as well. And it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. Now I labelled this battle, I think, Death Under the Rock. And as you can see there, that's what I meant. If you just look at all the dead bodies under the shadow of that rock there, oh my gosh, I mean, this really is a battle of death under the rock. This is where the most intense fighting was of the whole battle there. And as I say, you can see all the dead there in the shadow of that rock. So that's why I decided to label this battle Death Under the Rock there, as you can see, just by the number of dead. You can see this is the most concentrated part of the battlefield there, just by the amount of dead that's lying there. I mean, oh my gosh, you just see them all laid out. I mean, that was a massive part of the battlefield there. You can just see them, oh my gosh, massive. And as I say, this is where you see the green Brutii infantry of poor old Punisher was caught there by the enemy attack. There you can see the green Brutii troops there. And as I say, the vast concentration of the battle was fought round there. So there you can see we've got very battle damaged units left there, both Skema and myself there. And you can see Spark chasing down the routers there, not letting them rally, so well done to him there. Over here, this is where we ambushed that Macedonian cavalry. And as I say, the last of the enemy SBQR troops there. He's still got his general left alive there, but I think that's the last of the enemy troops there. Once they rout, they are. I think he just admitted defeat actually, and that our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played well. It was a great battle, and as you can see, it surprised me it's an average victory. I thought that would have been a close victory after what happened to us at the beginning there. So that's pretty good, an average victory. And the highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Spark with his Greek city units there. 1,789 kills, so really well done to Spark there with his Spartan army. Really well played there, great kills. So well done to Mantu. He got less than 1,000 kills, so he'll be a bit disappointed there, but I thought he played well with Macedon, so well done to Mantu. Well done to Lando, got some really good kills there. That's really good kills with his army. Bearing in mind he only had 9 infantry. Well done to Orcs 1113 there. Got some good kills with his army. Now bearing in mind he only had 9 infantry as well. As I say, I think his other name is Markus Aurelius, but for some reason he calls himself Orcs 1113. Well done to Cormac, or Salty Cracker, with his massive infantry army there. He got less than 1,000 kills, so he'll be a bit disappointed with that, bearing in mind the troop numbers that he bought. So, but really well played, guys. My kills there, I'm pretty happy with that, really. I think that's the second highest kills in the game there, so I'm quite happy with that. I don't often get very good kills, so quite pleased with that. Well done to Skema. Got some good kills there with his army. Really well played with him there. As I say, well done to Spark, highest kills in the game. And well done to Punisher. Now, bearing in mind he lost all his infantry, I think that's great kills. I think that's the 3rd highest kills in the game. So really well done. Is it 3rd or 4th highest kills in the game there for Punisher? So I think he did really well there, bearing in mind he lost his infantry. So just thought you might enjoy this, hope you enjoyed this battle. And just to say, we play Rome Total War every Friday and Saturday night. If you'd like to join us, please do. Any ex-players, you can see we still have really great players on Rome, great battles on Rome Total War. So please come and join us. And we play Barbarian Invasion every Sunday night. So Rome Total War Friday and Saturday night, Barbarian Invasion Sunday night. And you would be really welcome to come and join us. We'd like to see you there. Hope you enjoyed this battle on this one of our new maps that we've been fighting on. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's always nice to read what you think, and bye for now.